Hi everyone, today we're going to be making an ice cream using some pegs and I'm looking forward to showing you how to do this. But first of all, let's stand up and we'll do our warm-up. So today we need a beanbag or a ball of socks again, and hopefully you've got that ready to go. What we're going to do is it's going to start at your belly button, then it's going to go down, it's going to come out and around, down past your nose and into your other hand. So down, out, around, all the way up, and then this hand's waiting at your belly button and it's going to come past your nose down to your belly button. So we're going to go down, out, around, past your nose to your belly button, down, out, around, past your nose and down to your belly button. If your arm's finding it tricky and it's going behind you, what you can do is stand against the wall and then you can use the wall to stop your arm from going behind you. And also if you're finding it tricky to swap, because sometimes it just ends up going around and around, make sure that hand's waiting and then you give it to that hand, then it goes off again with the other hand all the way around. And essentially we're making sort of a butterfly wings with your arms. So let's do 10 together. So we'll go down, out, around, past your nose, that's 1. Down, out, around, past your nose, that's 2. Down, out, around, past your nose, that's 3. Around, 4. Down, out, and around, and past your nose, that's 5. Down, out, and around, and past your nose, that's 6. Down, out, and around, and past your nose, that's 7. Down, out, and around, past your nose, that's 8. Down, out, and around, past your nose, that's 9. And last one, down, out, and around, and past your nose, that's 10. Well done. So today for our warm-up, we're going to use pointer finger to get the coins in. So this is probably the finger that you've been using the most, but it's its turns today. So we're going to use pointer finger on our favorite hand, which is usually the one that you hold with your pencil with. And then, I'm sure you've guessed already, we are going to move to pointer finger on the other hand. So I'm going to do both of my fingers. I'm going to do this hand first and I'm going to swap and do the other hand, and I want you to do the same. And you can pause the video if you're a bit slower than me, and then once you've had a go with both pointer fingers, I want you to keep going with the next activity. All right, that's me finished. My left hand is much slower. If you finished before me, well done. But if you haven't finished, pause the video now. So to make your ice cream, we've actually got quite a few steps to do. So hopefully you managed to get 4 pegs and you've got purple, blue, red and green colours, and also something that you can trace around. I've got a little container, but you can also use a toilet roll or just something that's about that size so that you can trace around it. You could also use a glue stick if you wanted to. It just needs to be a circle that you can trace around. So the first thing we're going to make are the scoops of ice cream. So we're going to take our circle, and then what we need to do is one of each colour. So a green one, and then a red one, and then a purple one and a blue one. So I'm going to draw around these to make my circles, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to colour them in. So you get started, and what you should have when you're finished are a green circle, a red circle, a purple circle and a blue circle. So I've finished colouring in my circles, and the next thing I'm going to do is cut them out. If you're not finished, that's okay. You can just pause the video, and then when you have finished colouring in your circles, I want you to cut them out, and then you should have 4 circles of all different colours cut out and ready to go for your scoops, and then you can unpause the video. So what you should have now are your 4 circles cut out, coloured in, ready to go, and your 4 pegs. You'll also need either some tape or some glue. And what we're going to do is we're going to stick our circles onto our pegs. But what we need to make sure is that the squeezy bit we can still get to with our fingers. And we want to make sure that a little bit of the scoop of ice cream sits sort of out from the peg. So it's going to sit in about that position. So if you're using glue, what you want to do is stick a bit of glue down on this bottom bit, so not the squeezy bit, but the other end of your peg. Pop some glue on, and then take your ice cream, and remember we're sticking it sort of down the end so that there's a little bit of it sticking over the edge of the peg, and so that it stays on the peg. If you're using tape, what I would suggest is that you take off a piece of tape and you curl it around so that it becomes like a cylinder, and that makes it sticky on both sides. Then you can stick that onto the peg, Then again, we want it on that end, and then you can stick your scoop of ice cream on. So keep going with whatever it is, your glue or your tape, and what you should have by the end are 4 pegs with a scoop of ice cream stuck on them. So now I've got my 4 pegs done. I need to draw my ice cream cone. I need to make sure there's space for my pegs on my piece of card. And then at the bottom, I'm going to draw the cone. I'm going to draw an upside down triangle. So I'm going to start at where my purple, well, mine's purple, it doesn't matter what color you've got at the bottom. And I'm going to draw my triangle to make the cone. If you can't draw it upside down, you can make your dots and then turn your card around and draw your triangle so that it's the right way up. But what you want to have is your triangle at the bottom so that when it turns around, or actually it can go that way and I can show you, we can stick your pegs on and it makes a different ice cream for you. Now, what there is in the extra materials, there are some sheets that I've made so you can copy the colours and do all the different flavoured ice creams in the different orders. And there's also some sheets that have got empty ones so you can make your own and give them to your friends or give them to the other people in your house so that they can copy the colours that you've done on the one that you coloured in for them. So I hope you have fun with your ice cream and let me know how you get on. Pop them onto Facebook or onto Twitter so I can see them. Thanks for joining today. It doesn't matter if you haven't quite finished your ice cream yet, just keep going. And there's some extra sheets that I've sent through that you can then use to make the pattern. And there's some blank ones at the end that you can colour in and make your own. So I hope you have fun playing with that. What you're going to need for tomorrow are some toothpicks. So just as a heads up and a reminder, if you can find some toothpicks for tomorrow, or if you've got longer ones, longer skewers, you can break them up so that they're a bit shorter.